Welcome back to our Tarot Lunchbox. This is our Tarot Lunch Hour. Time to get your messages for the day. With the Tarot, with the Oracle, we're going to go through all signs today and we're going to gather messages. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I welcome you here. Welcome to the Tarot Lunchbox. Just a great way to spend your lunch hour vibing with other like minds, okay? All right, I invite you, of course, especially if this is your first time here, to subscribe and join the tribe over here. And in subscribing, you'll know when your message drops. For those of you who are returning, who are already a member of the tribe here, I welcome you back. Welcome to your Tarot Lunchbox. And let's dig into some messages. As always, this is a general reading for all signs. If you find that this message doesn't vibe with you today, don't panic. It's just all the more reason to subscribe so that you'll know over the next few days when your message drops that it's there waiting for you. All right? Keep in mind also when you come into a reading, whether it's a personal reading or a general reading such as this is, sometimes spirit, well, all the time, spirit knows better than we do. They know what's coming our way, right? And you might see it or hear a reading and say, this ain't vibing with me, but actually it's because you don't see what is yet to come. And so your reading is to serve as a guide as you navigate your individual situations. All right, so keep that in mind as well. All right, I am, and Spirit's prompting me to say this, so I have a feeling there's going to be some messages today that just would prompt the reminder of I am a true reader, meaning I don't sugarcoat my messages. So if something comes up that's not exactly what we like to hear, I don't sugarcoat it, but it is necessary for you to know the good and the bad, the positive and the not so positive, so that you can make the right move in any given situation. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. With that being said, I'm going to pull some oracle cards here with my Moonology cards to give everyone the general energy just of today for everyone across the board. And then I'm just going to pull one, I think. And then we're going to dig in with our tarot into each individual sign and the messages that are there for you. All right. So, Spirit, let's get an oracle for everyone today, no matter the sign. Let's get, no matter the sun sign, let's get a message for everyone today. All right. So, we have full moon in Libra. Find a balance. And so I do, as soon as I look at this card, I had the feeling that many of us are just feeling off of our game today. All right. May not be how you're particularly feeling in this moment, but in some aspect, something comes up today along your road, along your path that has you feeling like maybe you're not the, you know, it's a situation where maybe you feel as if you're not the best person to address something, or maybe you don't have the skills necessary to address something, but Spirit's saying find that balance, because in doing that, in putting forth your best effort and knowing that you can't be all things to all people, you will come out successful today. Just, I mean, sometimes just through the admission of you you feeling as if you can't be all things to all people, or you feeling as if maybe your skill set isn't the best. Maybe the admission of that may come in handy for some of you today, as in it will relay to those that you are involved with that, you know, you really sincerely are being honest, forthright, upfront, and that goes a long way sometimes with people. And I really do feel as if it will go a long ways for you today. All right, with that being said, that's our general energy of the day. We're going to dig into the signs, and I'm going to go ahead and start with Cancer today. So, all of you lovely Cancers in the house, in the room, let's get some messages, Spirit, on the board for my beautiful Cancers. What can they expect today as they go through their day? What kind of energy will they see coming their way? Cancer, your first message comes by way of the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles in the reverse. We're going to follow that up with the Knave of Swords or the Page of Swords. And then we have the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands in the reverse. So what do we have here, Cancer? With this King of Pentacles in the reverse, yes, that is a feeling definitely of instability. But allowing that instability or that feeling of instability to unnerve you, all right? And especially unnerve you, I'm feeling, when it counts most for you to look polished and put together. There's this feeling of uneasiness, unbalanced feeling that could affect you greatly today if you allow it. With this Page of Swords, you know, you have the ideas, you have the capacity mentally to stand up for what it is that you need to stand up for today. It exists within you, but you are feeling as if you're an amateur with it. But you know, I'm looking at this eye here that appears to be a tattoo. It's like if you just allow intuition to guide you today in the areas that you are feeling less than, in the areas that you are feeling insecure, you know, spirit's got you. Your spirit team, your individual spirit team has got your back, and they want you to know that today. With this Page of Wands in the reverse, it's just important that you don't lose your cool in any situations, because you're going to come off as if to others as if you don't know what it is. Like, you don't know. Like, you're going to look really bad if you allow your emotions to get the best of you in a negative way today. So we want to keep that in mind, Cancer, as you go through your day. Just, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it kind of vibe, right? Come to the table being prepared as much as you can. All right. And for many of you, I do feel like this is a work situation. Not entirely, though. This could be something in your personal life as well for many of you, but I'm getting a strong work vibe here. So just keep that in mind, that you need to come to the table looking the part, sounding the part, acting the part, and that will get you a long way today. And where you feel like you potentially could fall short, Spirit has your back, and they want you to know that. So just take a deep breath at that moment and listen to where Spirit's guiding you. Listen to where they're guiding your words, and they're guiding you to act or not act, okay? Pay attention to your gut feelings. All right. With my clarifying deck, I want to show you the towers coming out for you, along with the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so again, it's about keeping your cool, because something is coming in for you today that may feel unpleasant. It's definitely going to feel, not feel, it's definitely going to be unexpected, the situation that you're going to be placed into. So we want to keep our cool. We want to watch our mouths. We want to let Spirit guide us, because they've seen it coming before you've seen it coming, and they are going to guide you here. They've got your back. All right, Cancer. Hopefully that has been very helpful for you to hear today as you go through your day, especially with that Tower card and the unexpected sliding in for you. So let's keep your cool, Cancer, and know that Spirit has you. All right, Cancer. Hopefully you stick around and check out readings for some of those around you. It could give you some clues as to what other people in your environment are going through today, and how you need to walk and talk with them, okay? But if you do decide to leave us at this time, Cancer, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you. Let's move on at this time to Gemini. So, Spirit, what messages do we have for our lovely Geminis today? What can they expect to hear, see going on around them? What do they need to be prepared for? Gemini, your first message comes by way of the Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. She's followed by the Ace of Cups, Gemini. Woo-hoo. All right, and then we have the Five of Coins, which is the Five of Pentacles. So right away, I'm getting a message in regards to love for many of you, right? You may find some disappointment coming in today as something in love isn't as stable as you once viewed it to be. And keep in mind, Gemini, I was just giving a message to Cancer about faking it until you make it. That's not your message for today. You really do need to come in very balanced. You really do need to get in control of that type of energy with this Queen of Coins. You need to exude the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles is, she's in charge of all that she, prevails over. And she is that one that people go to for solid advice. You need to come in very grounded. Do what you need to do in a grounded sense, and many others will admire you and they will um, they'll shine that energy back towards you, that understanding where you need understanding, that support where you need support. It's there for you. But if in fact you come across in a way that appears unbalanced, you may find yourself a little bit out in the cold. Okay, and for some of you, it's going to be a feeling of being out in the cold no matter how you come to the table. But Spirit wants you to know that they've got you. This is temporary. In other words, this too shall pass. Okay, so if you find yourself really, oh, I didn't mean to put those back right away. If you find yourself really with that feeling of disappointment and being out in the cold today, don't get so discouraged that you allow it to change you from your course of action. Spirit wants you to maintain your current course of action so that you can come out the winner in the end, so to speak. With my clarifying deck, we have the Fool and we have Judgment. Okay, so today is a day of judgment in many regards for you, Gemini, because people will be looking, as I said, this is just doubling down on that message. People will be looking at you and they will be making judgment calls based on what they see today. You don't want to come across as the fool in the sense that you're not the one, you're not acting in correct fashion. You do want to come across as the fool in the sense that you're open to new things, you're open to new people, you're open to new adventure. That's how you can utilize that fool energy properly for you today, okay? All right, so Gemini, again, I hope you stick around with us, but if you choose to leave at this time, have the very best day possible, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next Tarot Lunchbox. All right, so let's move on to Taurus. Spirit, what does Taurus have coming towards them at this time? What can they expect to see? What's their day shaping up like today? Let's get a message for my Taurus. And Taurus, your first energy, your first message comes by way of the Seven of Coins, which is the Seven of Pentacles. That is followed by the Devil in the reverse. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so you've been patiently waiting. You've been patiently waiting, or not so patiently waiting for some of you. But this is a card of assessment, okay? This is a card of taking stock of what's available to you. All right, and you've been looking at some harsher aspects of your situation and trying to come to a decision about what to do in regards to some of these harsher aspects of your relationship. For some of you, this definitely is love, right? And you've been sitting by waiting, waiting, waiting. And for some of you, this waiting is going to pay off in the sense that what once was down is now up. And that's true of the Wheel of Fortune. You know, as life spins on this wheel, you're only down for so long before you start to move up and towards what you want, right? For others of you, there is a completion of a cycle here, with this being a card number 10, the number of completion. There is a completion here of a cycle, and you will be feeling some kind of way about the fact that you've been waiting, 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 and now it's suddenly over. Okay? So those are two very different tracks with you, Taurus, in this particular message, and you're going to have to figure which one of these two tracks that your situation in your life is falling into at the moment. But for some of you, it's going to be, all right, you've done the work, you've waited, and now things are moving up. And for some of you, it's about, you know, a cycle coming to a major end for you. All right. And by major, I mean that closure, that completion of that cycle has a sense of finality to it. It's major. It's a major ending. Okay. So you're going to, depending on where you are in your journey, Taurus, one of those messages will resonate with you more than the other, and that's okay. All right. Let's get some final messages for you, Taurus. As we look at my clarifying deck, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse, along with Death. Yeah, major ending. Major ending for many, many, many of you, Taurus. All right. You're no longer going to be devoting your time and attention to looking at something, because for some of you, I get this energy of the Page of Swords as in you've been watching, watching in ways that aren't detectable by the other person that you've been watching. Okay. And so again, I feel like this is love for many of you. You've been watching them, maybe for some of you at a distance, maybe through social media or by other means, and I won't be shy about saying spying. You've been spying on this person through other means that, you know, you um you feel like they haven't been able to detect, right, is what I'm trying to say. And now that's coming to an end because, you know, this cycle is coming to an end. And I think for some of you, you've seen all that you need to see of this person, and you've seen an eyeful, more than you expected to see, and now you're ready to bid them adieu, right? They are out there doing some things that you just cannot be a part of, or that you just cannot approve of, that you're not going to stand for, quite frankly, Taurus. All right. So for some of you, this may be a really rough day, and I wish you well with that. I wish you finding the balance in your actions that you know you must take at this time. And I wish you finding the balance in your emotion. Okay. For some of you, it will be like lifting a load off your shoulders. All right. And you will feel better, but others of you may not. And I hope that you find that peace that you need at this time. Taurus, stick around with us and see what we've got going on during this tarot lunchbox. All right. But if you do choose to leave at this time, I do invite you to subscribe and become a member of the tribe here. All right, so let's move on at this time to Aries. What do our Aries have to look forward to, Spirit, in this day? What messages do you have for Aries? What can they expect to see today? All right, Aries, your first message comes by way of the Eight of Cups, followed by the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the Knave of Wands, or the Page of Wands, in the reverse. Yeah, you remember back to my beginning statements when I said I'm a true reader and, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I can see why in today's readings. There's a lot happening here. Some of you are coming out of the muck that's been occurring for you, and it could be more difficult time. And for you, Aries, I see you walking away in some way like you've had enough. Enough is enough. This is my final finale, is what I'm hearing you say. And with the Seven of Wands, like you're not even being defensive about it. It's not like you feel like you need to defend yourself. Some of you, with this fiery energy of the Page of Wands in the reverse, the ending isn't going to be so pleasant. And it may not be so pleasant, what I'm hearing from your person or the other person side of the table, because some of you are going to have some choice words for this person, and you're not going to be afraid to say what you need to say. Like your defenses are down. Like you're like, F it. I'm going to say what I need to say, and I'm good with it. And that's how I'm leaving things. Quite simply, that's how this message is coming across, Aries. Like, yeah, I'm done here. I'm going to tell you about yourself, and I don't have no problem telling you about yourself. I have no problem because I don't think I'm going to, I know, in other words, I'm not going to have to eat those words later. I'm going to say what I have to say and be done. Good riddance, sir or madam, is kind of the energy that I'm picking up off of these cards here for you, Aries. Let's get some clarifying cards here. And we have the moon along with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you are standing secure, Aries, in what you're feeling at this time, because you've been walking in the dark for some time, right? You've been walking in the dark without a flashlight, without the benefit of knowing exactly where this was taking you, exactly where this is going, and you stayed the path, right? But now that you've seen all you need to see and you've heard all you need to hear, you're moving on. For some of you, there is a King of Pentacles type figure that's waiting in the wings for you to kind of wrap this up so that they can move forward with you. For others of you, this is just the comfort and security that you're going to have knowing that you had your say and you walked away and you kept your self-worth while doing it. Good luck to you, Aries. I don't even think you need luck because y'all are moving forward very confidently with that message, is what I'm feeling. Like you're good. All right. You don't even need luck in this. You're good. Aries, stick around. Stick around with us. Interact with us. Let us know that you're out there in the comments, all right, or in the chat. So let's move on to Pisces. Spirit, what do you have for my beautiful watery Pisces? What can they expect today? What's in their energy? What's coming their way? Pisces, let me get a couple more shuffles in because that's what Spirit is telling me. And while I do so, this is a perfect opportunity for all of you watching to hit that subscribe button, because becoming a member of this, like growing this channel, is so very important to me. And hopefully you guys are seeing the hard work that I'm doing and you're willing to come over and support me in that effort. All right, Spirit, what do we have for our Pisces? We have the Devil in the reverse, followed by the Two of Wands in the reverse, and we also have the Eight of Cups. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, today is like, for so many of you, man, this is a day of moving forward. And I think that's why this Find a Balance card has come up for us as a general message today, man. Pisces, you're looking the devil in the face and you're saying, get the hell behind me, okay? Satan, get thee behind me is what many of you Pisces are looking at today, right? For some of you, this is work, and for others of you, but I think the number of you that this is actually work is a small number. For most of you, this is It can be love, but it's definitely a personal relationship of some type. It might be family, it might be friends, but there's someone that you're seeing their bullshit, and it's more than bullshit. It's just you're seeing their ways, and you know their ways, or you may have been dealing with their ways, and you are like, I've had it. I've had it. Right? With this two of wands in the reverse, you don't want to look at it anymore. You don't want it around you. You don't want it in your environment. And you're like, listen, enough is enough. Enough with the bullshit. Like, you're toxic, you're rude, you work against me every chance you get. And I'm tired of this bullshit, and I'm not going to take anymore. I'm lining up my cups and I'm walking the hell on. Like, if I have to take a loss, you know, whether that's financially or materially or even emotionally, if I have to take a loss on what I've invested in this situation, I am taking that loss. Like, sometimes you gotta take a loss, right? Move on and learn from it. And that's the frame of mind that many of you Pisces are in today, okay? And I have a feeling like you've been through it. Like, you've had more than enough chances. You've already cried your tears. So this action really is going to give you balance. With the Eight of Cups, you know, people look at it as a walking away card, but the Eight of Cups, the thing about it is there is perfect balance in the Eight of Cups. There's 4 cups above, 4 cups below. Like, although it can appear as if you're losing, or you know, losing an investment of something, there's actually balance in that for you, okay? And that's what I'm getting here, Pisces. Let's get some final messages here from my clarification deck. And what I have here is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yep, there is a financial impact for many of you in the actions that you're taking today. And but with this Knight of Pentacles, Pisces, Spirit is saying you're hardworking, and your spirit team is saying we're hardworking. We can line up everything that you potentially have lost today. We can line that up for you. Just keep one foot in front of the other as you walk out that door, and as you move forward, one foot in front of the other. We got you. All right, so good news there for you, Pisces. And my hope is that you find the balance that you seek. All right, and I know that you will. And that you just keep your head up as you move forward. All right, even through those moments where you think back and say to yourself, what have I done? You know, because we all have those after a major change. But just keep your head up and remember the reasons why, what led you to that. All right. Pisces, stick around with us. All right. Stick around with us. We've got Capricorn's messages next. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn? What can they expect in their energy today? What can they see coming towards them? Capricorn, your first message comes by way of the Ace of Swords. That's followed by the Seven of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. Cap, what's going on, Capricorn? Here's what's going on. Many of you, whether you realize it or not, there's been a lot of backbiting. These are the haters, the Seven of Swords. There's been a lot of hater energy going on around you and around your situation. And you're seeing the truth of that today. And someone is going to be outed, in particular, a hater that has been very large, that has been very strong and very vocal, backbiting, saying things behind your back to hurt you, right? And you are moving away from that with the Six of Swords. Painfully so. I feel like you had a lot of trust in this hater at one point, or maybe, you know, you have up until today, and finding out what it is that they've actually up to. You've had a lot of trust in this person. They presented themselves, Capricorn, as a friend, and you trusted them as a friend, but you didn't really see their true nature until now. And now you're seeing them, you're moving on. Like, you're not playing games with them, in the sense that you you're sailing on, okay? But it does hurt. And even though you may not like to admit that, Capricorn, it does hurt, you know? And Spirit is saying, no one has to know that it hurts except you, but deal with the hurt that it's causing as well. Don't just move on and bury those feelings. It's a lot of swords here. This is pain. Swords represent pain. Okay, there's a lot of swords here, Capricorn. If we add up these cards, that's 14 to be exact. That's a lot of pain, all right? So keep that in mind. Be true to yourself. Don't bury the pain. Deal with it is what I'm getting. With my clarifying deck, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this person was close to you. You would, if they're not family, you would consider them family, all right? And they've done you wrong. And with this Emperor, though, for some of you, this is going to be someone that you consider an elder, all right, with the Emperor energy. And for others of you, this is just someone that you looked up to. You looked up to them as a person in charge, as a mentor, as someone who you could learn and grow from. And they have not been your friend. All right. So Capricorn, I am very sorry to hear this. Like, this is painful stuff. But you're going to find your balance. You may have to work at it, but you're going to find your balance, okay? And you're going to be able to recover from this loss. Capricorn, stick by us. Check out the signs of some of those others around you today, and just take a peek at what their energy is talking about. But if you do choose to leave at this time, Capricorn, thank you for coming today, and please subscribe on your way out. All right, let's move to Sagittarius. Spirit, what does, come on, what does my lovely Sagittarius have going on today? What can they find in their energy? It's really difficult to shuffle your cards here, Sagittarius. So difficult shuffling, difficult energy is what I'm saying. What does Sagittarius have going on today? What's going on this Monday, man? I'm gonna have to look at the astrology of the day at some point during my day today, because this is no fun and games, these readings. Haven't seen fun and games in anyone's readings yet today. That's all right. We're going to keep pushing through, because on days like this is when we need our messages most, right? To help us get through the difficulties. All right. So, Spirit, what do you have for Sag? Sagittarius, the first message comes by way of the Four of Cups. And right away, I'm seeing what looks like tears on those cards. So some of you may have tears flowing already, or you may be heading towards that today. We also have the Five of Coins, which is the Five of Pentacles, along with the Seven of Wands in reverse. And I'm feeling very strongly, some of you feel like you let your guard down in the wrong way, and now you're suffering as a result of it, right? There's a lot of regret and anguish here with this Four of Cups, and we have with the Five of Coins, of course, that out in the cold type of feeling, right? But with the skull here in the middle, I'm getting like there was an evil plot, and you, Sagittarius, may have been at the center of that plot, or you just may have been what someone considered collateral. They were going after someone else with their plot, and you just were like someone that got affected along the way, right? But either way, you, Sagittarius, feel as if you let your guard down and you got stabbed in the back, basically, is what I'm getting. Like, you left yourself open for something because you let your guard down. And I'm getting, for many of you, this will be a work type situation. It could be a personal for others, but I'm really getting a strong vibe of work off of this. Like, someone was perfectly targeting someone else to take them down, for many of you, and somehow you got hit along the way. Maybe the person that they were attempting to take down was someone you were closely aligned with at work, and so you were affected somehow by the target that was on this other person's back. All right, because I'm feeling a feeling of, you're regretful maybe to see someone go. Like, maybe someone's being fired or let go today, or they're just being made a fool of, and you're regretful to see that. Like, you have a lot of feeling about that, right? And it's a really divisive energy that I'm feeling in the air around today for you, Sagittarius. So I want you to really stay balanced, find a balance in order to deal with this, because this is major stuff. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse as a clarifier, along with the Hierophant in the reverse. Again, I feel that this is related to that other person, the person that was targeted, because I'm seeing them as the Hierophant in the reverse, losing their position or losing their standing. And it is something, man, it's going to take a while for these swords to fall out of their back, right? It's not an easy process. And you hating to see this person in this position and wanting to help. Just consider what Spirit is telling me. Like, even though you want to show loyalty, just make sure that that loyalty doesn't cost you further, Sagittarius, is what I'm getting. Show your loyalty in a way that doesn't get you caught up in this whole thing even further, because your first instinct may be to run in and support the one that is important to you. And not saying that you shouldn't, just saying, just consider that there may be a way that you do that without you taking a hit for it. Okay? Wow, Sagittarius, that was some mucky energy, and I'm sorry you're going through that today. I do hope you'll stay with us for further discussion. Find some balance in doing so. All right, you're in a safe space here with us. So I hope that you stick around with us today. All right, let's move to Scorpio. Spirit, what messages do you have for Scorpio? What can they expect to see and their energy for today, my Scorpios? All right, Scorpio, your first message comes by way of the Hierophant, followed by the Four of Coins in the reverse. And we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Scorpio, some of you have been going through a lot in regards to what it is that you believe, your belief system, whether that's religious, spiritual, whatever it is. You've been going through a lot, and you've been looking to elders, for many of you, or at least to the work of others to guide you in this regard. And you're letting go of some of your long-standing, long-held beliefs, and you're ready to move forward in a different path, in a different position, because of the tutelage or the mentorship that you've received, or just in your seeking that knowledge, you have been enlightened, right? You've gained some enlightenment and you're ready to move forward. This is positive, right? You're ready to embark on a new way of looking and navigating your life from a spiritual slash religious perspective, depending on which of those words works for you, right? And you've had what I'm getting as I look at this is you've had the experience of seeing and having your eyes open to some things that you didn't know existed before. We have the Queen of Swords here along with the Empress in the reverse to clarify. And so the only caution that I have for you is and I'm seeing two in particular type of mentors, leaders, one of them being not what they appear, and one of them not being of trustworthy guidance. And the other one is someone that you can very much respect and follow without issue. So that's coming up as a warning. As you start to move forward with your newfound knowledge, just take a look at your sources of information and make sure that you have really fleshed them out and make sure that everyone is as they appear. That's the warning from Spirit. Scorpio, y'all are, in a sense, just chilling, especially if you consider the other readings that have come through for us here today. So I'm glad that you are finding a balance in your day and wish you more of that. All right, Scorpio, stick around with us. All right, we're going to move into Libra. Libra, what messages do you have, Spirit, for our wonderful Libras? As they move forward through their day today, what can Libra expect? And Libra, I am looking to have your love reading up today, this afternoon. So stay tuned for that. See what messages come through there for you today. All right. Libra, we have the Magician in the reverse, followed by the Tower in the reverse, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Wow. Libra. Woo! Something came at you, but not by surprise. With this Tower, it was strong and powerful, right? And for many of you, I'm feeling like it's this information that came at you out of nowhere and a situation that erupted, but it wasn't by surprise. This was something you saw coming. You may have even had a hand in making it happen. And it is something, if it's not love related, for many of you it is, all right? It's a breakup of some sort that may be actually temporary, but it is a breakup nonetheless. And for others of you where this isn't love, it's still a parting of ways that I feel may be temporary with someone in your life, right? As this situation has unfolded. But you have taken back power from someone who was lording over you in a way in which they acted or felt as if they were in control, they had the power, and you are taking that power right out of their hands today. You are dethroning someone is what I'm getting, especially with this Tower in the reverse and that big crown there. Like, you're dethroning someone today, Libra, by your own hands. And you're moving forcefully and actively towards making this happen. You're knocking someone off their high horse, all right? And yeah, it will cause a break in the situation, which I think you anticipate, Libra. I think you completely anticipate it. And you're okay in many regards with this, but you're knocking them right on out. You're knocking them out. Like, no, you are no longer in charge with this, buddy. This is it. Done. You're done. You're done. And it's going to be by my hands. As a clarifier, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Your You know, Libra, a lot of times I don't see Libras as wanting to be seen as fierce, the like what could be um, perceived by others in a negative way. But today you don't care about that. Like, you've had enough and you're done. And if others see you in a very fierce manner today, that's what they see. That's what they're going to get a glimpse of. That ferocious side of you that you try, like, you, it's not that you try to hide it normally. It's like, you know, Libra, you're about like beauty and elegance and that kind of thing, and you like to be seen in a certain light, but you're not caring about that today. You have a job that you want to get done, and you are going to do it no matter who sees what. And with this high priestess, they definitely, they, while this tower may be in the reverse for you, like you see it coming or you're making it happen, they don't see it coming. All right. And the other thing about that high priestess Libra is, if you haven't already taken the steps to set this into motion, make sure that you take into account that there may be some things here that you're unaware of. And I'm not, that's going to lay out for many of you in different ways. Like, I can't possibly go through all Libras and say what it is that they're not aware of. But there is a piece of information, I think, that you're not aware of as you go forward. So there could be a little surprise in all of this for you. And I just want you to be prepared mentally for that so that you can remain balanced as you do what you feel you need to do with this. Okay? Don't get, I don't want you to feel as if you're going to be totally blindsided. All right, Libra? Well, God help whoever gets in your way, Libra, today, because you're not with it. You're not with it at all. Okay. All right. So let's move into Virgo and see what messages we have for our Virgos today. As I shuffle here to get messages, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, take a moment while I shuffle to hit that subscribe button and mash that notification bell so that you are well aware of your messages as they come forward in upcoming days. All right. Virgo, you have the Eight of Wands, followed by the Nine of Coins, which is the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles. And I heard right away for you, Virgo, lottery ticket. So I don't know that that is the Mega Millions, but could be. But definitely a good day for you to buy that little scratch off, to play a 3-digit number, a 4-digit number, whatever it is. If you feel so inclined, you could be especially lucky at this today. But with this Eight of Wands energy, there is some type of communication coming in. And for many of you, this is going to lead to some financial gain for you, which is probably why that lottery message is coming up, okay? And it may be enough that it leaves you wondering, what do I do with this? What do I do with this newfound wealth, newfound gift of money? All right, how do I put it to its best use? For others of you, there's a message coming in with some kind of financial matter that you've been involved in. And you may have been in a state of feeling like this could work against you in some way and lead to some kind of financial loss. But I'm not seeing that with this Nine of Coins here. I'm seeing you being okay, your interests being taken care of, so you don't need to worry about that, okay? You may still be left, even after you receive this messaging, with some concerns over what this means next, what's next for you, right, in this regard. And so that may be how your day wraps up with, you trying to figure out, okay, I've got this news, I'm okay, but there's still some loose ends here that need to be tied up, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So let's get some clarifying messages, because maybe there's some indication that spirit wants to give you here of what it is that you should do to wrap up. So let me shuffle. I get the Wheel of Fortune too, that just fell out. I don't normally take them. It didn't really jump, it just fell out. But that could be some indication, like I said, that this is a day of good fortune for you. So if there's any kind of games of chance that you want to play today, Virgo, this may be a very good day for that, okay? So we're going to leave that here, but let's get our clarifying deck all shuffled here, Virgo, and see what we've got. We've got the Knight of Cups along with the Two of Swords. So this is kind of like you, Virgo, as we were talking about what it was you might be wondering about that is next, or that you need to do to wrap up some what you perceive to be loose ends with this situation. You may need to be the bigger person and make an offer here. And that may be an offer that you have to go into blindly. You make the offer in a stern manner so that this person or this group of people, whoever it is for you, Virgo, knows that this is it. This is what you're going to give, and you're not giving any more. Don't come back here. Don't come back here expecting more. This is my final offer. Okay? This is it. This is all I'm doing for you, and our business will be done after that. Okay? You need to make that clear, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. I hope that helps you, Virgo. And we've got one more lovely sign of Leo left. So please, everyone, stick around. But if you do jet out on us, just hit that subscribe button so that you'll know when we're back and you can be back. All right. All right. So, Spirit, what do we have to round out our lunchbox, our tarot lunchbox readings today with Leo? What is Leo's message, Spirit? What can they expect today in their energy going on around them? All right, Leo, your first message comes by way of the Knight of Wands. Very much a fiery energy, okay? Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. All right, it's time to lay it down, especially this in and out energy that you have. Okay, so someone, and this may be love, Leo, some of you, your partner or potential partner sees you in very much in the Knight of Wands. Like, you're here today, gone tomorrow. You're a player. There's something that about you that they don't feel makes you a stable prospect. They feel like your attention is there one minute, out the next. And for some of them, it is that they don't understand. I hear, coming from your side of the house, Leo, you would say that's not the case, that this person just doesn't understand how you get down. Like, they don't understand you completely, and that your focus is on them. Like, you are focused on them completely. Look how focused this individual in this card is, looking towards us, right? Like, they do have your complete focus, but they don't get the ways that you express that, right? They see you as very in and out, and it's not. You are just out there holding it down. You are just out there running the world. They just don't get that you have certain spaces of time and energy that you can exert to relationships, right? And the rest of the time, you got to be holding down everything that you're holding down. You got to be holding down the home. You've got to be holding down the work situation. You've got to be taking on these giants in your world, and you compartmentalize especially well, to the point where other people see it as you're not a person that focuses on everything. You just come and go as you please, right? And so they're looking at you in a Five of Swords kind of way, as if, you're very in and out, back and forth, not the kind of lover that they would want. And for some of you, that would have been true of you in the past, but this situation has brought a change where you're getting away from that. So maybe in your getting away from it, you haven't learned to express yourself in love and relationship in a way that kind of gets rid of this image. Or maybe your actions in this regard aren't quite perfected yet that you can show another person. So you're continuing to work on that. But what is now down, and at this point it is their view of you, will soon be up. Just stay the course, Leo, is what I'm getting here. All right. And let me get some clarifiers here, so that we can get you a final word on this for today. And I'm getting that you need to listen more. Active listening, Leo. All right. King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. And Page of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, Leo, look at the ways I would accuse you of breadcrumbing. All right. Because that's what you're being accused of. And, all right, I know this is like an almost impossible thing to get across to a Leo, maybe. For many Leos, I'll say. You're so charming. And it's almost like you don't know how to dim your lights. But do indeed watch the ways in which you interact with others outside of your love situation that could be viewed as flirtatious. Because you're very magnetic. And every time they encounter or they hear about a situation in which you could be just your charming self and you may not be intending to flirt with a person, but it's looked upon as that, it kind of erodes away at the situation that you're trying to make work. All right, Leo? All right. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I truly, truly appreciate all of that. And again, please subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in the next Tarot Lunchbox. Bye.